Yes, Prabhuji, we can see your screen.
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम एवं यो वेति तत्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सो अर्जुन. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam that when Krishna first appeared, he did not take birth from the womb of Devaki. Rather, he first appeared in the majestic four-armed form of Vishnu. And then he became a small child on Devaki's lap. Therefore, Krishna's birth is transcendental, whereas our birth takes place by force, by the laws of nature. Krishna is not under the laws of nature. The laws of nature work under him. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. So, apparently, we may find that our birth and Krishna's birth, people many times, I don't know how many of you have heard this logic and argument, wherein many people say that Kansa was a fool. If he had known initially itself that eighth child of his sister was supposed to kill him, then why the hell he had to keep both of them together in single cell? He could have separated them, Devki and Vasudeva in separate cells. So there was no question of children's taking birth altogether. So how many of you can answer this logic? Did you understand what I said? Hare Krishna, anyone?
Repeat, Prabhuji. I couldn't understand the question.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can you please repeat
Have you
again?
understood my question? Uh, my question is, if Kansa had known previously, before only he came to know that eighth son of his sister was going to kill him. So, only thing he had to do was just to separate them. He should have kept Vasudeva in a different jail and Devki in a different jail. Then there was no question of children's being born only. Huh? How correct is that logic?
That is materialistic approach, Prabhuji. That is materialist people
No.
like us.
See, he was a
Who
materialistic
can
man.
talk
So,
about that?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
who will answer? Thoda correct, thoda or.
Prabhuji, maybe that is the will of Supreme Lord. The Maya may influence that Kamsa to forget things. What will happen?
So you think he forgot
Hare
to
Krishna,
separate
Prabhuji.
them?
Prabhuji,
Yes, yes.
actually,
Uh,
Vasudev will be requesting Kamsa. See, only 8th child, no? So don't kill. He will actually be in a plan to kill her immediately, but he will request
someone
him.
that is first.
Please leave your sister, like that. So that's why he would have left, and only 8th child, no. So please, please, like that, he will be requesting. That's why, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
That is one thing. That is as per Bhagavatam. That is the correct description. That he actually requested Kansa that it is only eighth child. So don't worry. I give you my word that every time my child is born, I will hand it over to you, and you will decide what needs to be done with them. Whether you want to kill him or whatever, you can decide. So he gave that word. That is one answer. But one more answer I will tell you is that Krishna's birth is not at all material. Even if he would have kept them separately, still Krishna would have taken birth from Devki's womb. Why? Because his birth is not under any materialistic jurisdiction of that this is the only way he can take birth. You understand? So union of male and female has to happen. Then only Krishna will be able to appear. No, it is not like that. Male and female union is required for a Baddha Jiva like us, conditioned souls like us. For him, he can appear even from the pillar. Where is the question of mother and father in the place of pillar? In the case of Narsimhadev, whether there was no question of mother and father of Narsimhadev. Was there any arrangement like that? So, see, such questions are asked by engineering students when we used to preach in engineering colleges. Na? So students used to give that logic. Oh, Kansa was a fool. He would have separated them altogether. So main principle behind this is that Krishna's birth is not controlled by materialistic laws. That this because our birth is controlled by materialistic laws. Male has to come, female has to come. They should be capable, and then 9 months both of them will have to wait, and then only birth will. No, Krishna does not have need 9 months. He does not need the union. He does not need anything. But just in case of like for example, if there is a jail, if there is a jail, every prisoner has a rule. He can go to his cell like that. He can go for to kitchen like that. He will go to mess exactly that time. So all these rules apply to the prisoners, and prisoners are compulsorily required to abide by those rules and regulations. Huh? But at the same time, jailer may also appear to come inside the jail and roam around in the jail, but he's not governed by those rules because he's the one who made those rules. So he, just for the sake of following, sometimes may follow those rules, sometimes may not follow those rules. So, but jailer is not under the jurisdiction of the rules of the jail. But at the same time, he, as per his own desire, may follow. He sometimes may eat with the prisoner just to have an experience of how prisoners are eating in their mess. He might even sometimes play with the prisoners. He might even sometimes punish the prisoners. But if prisoners start thinking, oh, because he's playing with us, because he's eating with us, because he's doing everything with us, therefore I think he is also a prisoner. And all the laws which are applied to us are also applied to the jailer. It is the biggest misunderstanding. Jailer may appear to be in the jail, but he is not under the control of the jail. He is under the control of the prisoners. Hare Krishna, am I audible? Extremely sorry for my call got disconnected.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm?
You're audible. Yeah, yeah.
So what was my question? Who questions who? Sorry, questions screen. Hmm. Jiva controls Prakriti or Prakriti controls Jiva? Someone please
Prakriti
answer.
controls Jiva.
Prakriti controlling the Jiva, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. But then we have a lot of control over Prakriti. Human beings can do so many changes. We take the earth, we create cement, and then we construct buildings. We construct ships, we construct skyscrapers. So so you might have heard this statement also from Prabhupada. Uh, you might have heard that statement also. Living entity has a tendency of lording it over the material nature. Lording it over material nature means because we are part and parcel of Krishna and because we are Tatastha Shakti, therefore we also have a tendency and a capability to control the nature. And we are actually doing it in some extent. But we will be able to control it completely when we take complete shelter of Krishna. As long as we are not completely Krishna consciousness, complete Krishna consciousness, we will be controlled by material nature. But those divine rishis or sadhus or devotees, those who have become reached that stage of pure devotional service, because they have completely taken shelter of Krishna, for them they are not controlled by Prakriti. You understood? So it is not always the case that Prakriti will control the Jivatma. No. Jivatma can also control Prakriti because ultimate master of both is Krishna. So if you take shelter of Krishna, then Prakriti will not affect you. Krishna is the master of nature and we are servants of nature. Therefore, Kunti Devi says, Kechit ahuhu. Someone may say that the unborn has taken birth. It may appear that he has taken birth just like us, but in fact he has not. Kunti Devi distinctly says, Kechit ahuhu. Some foolish persons may say that he has taken birth. Krishna himself also says in Bhagavad Gita, Avidananti ma mudha manushim karma asritam. Because I have appeared just like a human being, those who are rascals think that I am also just like an ordinary human. Param bhavan ajanantah. They do not know the mystery behind God's taking birth like a human being. So therefore, even though external process sometimes may feel the same, but Krishna is not mandatorily required to follow any materialistic process because he is the Maya Dakshana Prakriti. He is the master of the material energy. He is the Shaktiman and material energy is the Shakti. And we are also his part and parcel. So we also have some control over Prakriti. But if we are not completely Krishna conscious, then Prakriti will control us. But if we become Krishna conscious, then Prakriti will not be able to control us. Krishna is everywhere. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Ishwarah sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. Krishna is in everyone's heart. And since he is within us and is all powerful, why should it be difficult for him to appear before us? When the great devotee Dhruva Maharaj was engaged in meditation on the four-handed form of Vishnu, all of a sudden his meditation broke and he immediately saw before him the same form upon which he had been meditating. Was it very difficult for Krishna to appear in this way? Of course not. So, Dhruva Maharaj story everyone knows. Dhruva Maharaj did tapasya for 6 months. But within those 6 months, he had developed such a severe penance and he had, in the beginning of the process of tapasya, he was not a pure devotee. But because he was meditating from on the form of Krishna, therefore, in that, like for example, you might have seen many demons have done the great tapasya. They have done great tapasya in pleasing Lord Brahma, in pleasing Lord Shiva. So their tapasya, their heart does not become pure. The difference between Krishna Bhakti and other demigods puja or other puja is that. So when Ravana did Shivji's puja, all demons did either worship of Brahma or either worship of Shiva. So Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, their worship does not purify the heart. They may achieve what they want, but they will not get what they need. Huh? And in the story of Dhruv Maharaj, even Dhruv Maharaj did not begin his tapasya by becoming a pure devotee. He was a materially oriented, materialistic person who wanted a big kingdom. And just because his mother told him that you will receive those gifts by worshipping Vishnu, therefore he worshipped Vishnu. He had no tinge of bhakti in his penance. Okay. But because he was worshipping Vishnu, even though with a wrong attitude, he worshipped, but by that worship, his heart was purified. And while worshipping, he was meditating on the Paramatma feature of the Lord. Paramatma feature means the 400 Lord Vishnu's form, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, and in that he was meditating. And then first month he was eating only leaves or something. Second month he started eating only dry leaves. Then he stopped eating at all. He was only drinking water once in a week. Then he again started. He increased the level of his penance, and um he again then and in the last month he stopped breathing at all. And then that was the time whole cosmic manifestation started trembling. All the demigods started trembling. What is happening? And then Vishnu came, and the form of Vishnu which he was meditating on his heart, within his heart, that same form suddenly started appeared in front of him, and that vision was so pleasing for Dhruv Maharaj, that Prabhupada is asking here, if Krishna can appear, he by his own will he can appear anywhere, for anyone. It's not difficult for him. Of course, he can appear wherever he wants. Similarly, it was not difficult for him to appear before Devaki in the same 400 form. Therefore, Krishna says, Janma karma che me diga. One must understand my transcendental birth and activities. Kunti Devi has this understanding. She knows that although to some fools Krishna appears to take birth, in fact he is unborn. He is unborn and eternal. If the example is given like of the train. If the train is passing through a bogie, passing through a tunnel, and someone who is just seeing the train from the drone view and seeing a train coming out of the tunnel, then he might say, oh, train is taking birth from the tunnel. Is it possible to be like that? No, train is eternal. Don't extrapolate the analogy in this. But it's not just because we are seeing train coming out of the tunnel does not mean that train is taking birth from the tunnel. So this analogy can be given even for every soul, every living entity, and for Krishna also. So train is the beginning is somewhere else. In terms of Krishna and Jivatma, we are all eternal. So every tunnel we are going through it, it's like an embryo of a mother, animal embryo, the tree embryo, like that. So all those tunnels. But if you only see the entry and exit point of the train from one tunnel to other tunnel, so we will feel that train is taking birth in this tunnel and then dying in that tunnel. No, it does not happen like that. But why should Krishna perform the pastime of taking birth? Kunti Devi replies, Punya shlokasya kirtaye. This is also very important question. Someone might say, if Krishna can do everything by his own will, nothing needs to be done by him, then why he does all those things, taking birth, creating an arrangement by which devotees will have to carry him from here, there, everything is able to do. Then why so much trouble? Have you not heard this question? If, let me ask you, if Krishna can do everything, why he did not directly give a heart attack to Ravana or Krishna, Kamsa, and directly killed them? Someone please reply. Hare Krishna. What is my question?
To do Leela Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, to educate the people, Prabhuji, to the
uh,
qualities of the bhakta.
Yes, first thing he does all those
So educate the
trouble and
other way.
everything.
If,
Yes,
if
yes,
he
बोलिए
done
बोलिए हाँ.
directly, then
Hmm.
if if done directly, so we
Hmm.
there is no taste to hear the Bhagavatam also. Bhagavatam is coming for the by his pastimes and his glories only. That's why we are attracting to the Bhagavatam.
Yes, yes. Punya shlokasya kirtai. The reason why he is doing everything is Punya shlokasya kirtai. So Punya shlok in this is not referred to Krishna, but rather it is referred to his pure devotee. Okay. Punya shlokasya kirtai means it refers to his pure devotees. So because Krishna wants to glorify his devotees, therefore he does all the trouble. And because see, in terms of Leela, in terms of Tattva, everything Krishna can do. So if you follow that principle, then their devotees will never be worried about Krishna. You understood? For example, if Yashoda Mai starts thinking, oh, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, he can do everything. Why I need to feed him? Why I need to worry about him? Everything. No, but that pastime of Krishna takes place because she is ignorant of all the supremacy of the Krishna. Because she is not aware under the spell of Yoga Maya, she does not know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, she is always anxious to please Krishna. She is always worried. Oh, what will happen to Krishna when he will go for herding cows? There will be some thorns. There will be some demons. So she is always anxious. Not just Yasodamai. Every Balak is worried. Oh, Krishna might get hurt by doing this. Krishna might. All the cows are protective towards Krishna. All the cowherd boys are protective towards Krishna. All the gopis are always praying for Krishna because and Lord wants that way, it to be that way. He wants everyone to care for him. And moment everyone start to understand, oh, Krishna is the supreme personality of God. Why the hell we should worship him? Offering bhi kyun karna, फिर आरती भी क्यों करना? And understood why all the Magadmari, why all the morning of Mangal Aarti, why there is need? He is the supreme personal. He does not need anything of us. No, not like that. All the pastimes are there, and his reciprocation with devotees is there, and he in those pastimes he makes devotees worry about him, and then he also worries about devotees. That is how the relationship prospers. He worries about devotees, and then devotees also worry about him. And then those melodious and pastimes filled with mellows come up. Sometimes one time Maharaj was Radhanath Maharaj once said, um, once devotee asked Maharaj, before coming to bhakti, I was actually very relaxed. I had no much that much of a tension. I used to do my job. I had a family, but that was okay. I had not much of a tension. Finance were going well. Everything was fine. Moment I came to Krishna consciousness, while I was introduced, someone told me chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And that is how I started chanting, and that is how I started connecting to devotees, and that is how I became started becoming Krishna conscious. But now when I'm in the Krishna consciousness, now I am doubly stressed. Now I'm not just worried about my family and income and corporate. I'm more worried about evening program. Hey, morning mein ye program hai, 16 rounds to be chant. I'm stressed about my chanting. I'm stressed about the preaching task which I have. Then every now and then there is some project going on. Then there is some seva going on. Some prasadam distribution. Some then Janmashtami we need to do this much. Then Ramnavami we need to do this much. Then book marathon comes. We need to distribute this many books. So my stress has become doubled after joining devotional service. So I had thought that my life will become peaceful after coming to Krishna consciousness. But my life has become more stressful after coming to Krishna consciousness. So how will you answer this? Someone
Hare Krishna
please answer.
Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Did you understand? You got the question?
Prabhuji, yes, I do agree.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
regarding my also, I am a retired person. While in service, I am not so tensioned also. Tension means after coming to Krishna consciousness, you believe it or not, right from morning 3:30 to night 10, I have no time to think of my
mm,
personal things.
mm,
I am always, we are all thinking though, hearing classes, chanting, and then attending, everything is going on. So, what that disciple devotee has told, that is 100% perfect, and make to
mm,
me myself so busy
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
I am working something else, but I am hearing the class
Mm.
also. So
Yes, yes,
if I
yes.
last if I last to hear the class, that's a great loss. Prabhuji, I feel
Yes,
like that.
yes.
So
Very nice, very nice.
that is the potency of
Mm.
Sri Krishna Prabhuji. When we
Yes.
now I am not thinking of my own problems. You believe it or not. Let the Krishna, let the Supreme Lord will take care all these things. No, nothing to worry. So that will comes in my heart only. So that is the influence
Mm.
of Bhagavatam Prabhuji, Hare
Yes,
Krishna
yes.
Prabhuji.
So Maharaj gave him the answer
Hare
that,
Krishna, Prabhuji. Our
yes,
lifestyle,
yes.
our lives have also transformed, Prabhuji. Now, tension, we had to finish during Brahma Muhurta, we had to finish the 16 hours, we had to attend Bhagavatam
Same,
class,
same.
do so many things, Prabhuji. Whole day goes like that only. Before that,
Yes,
we were
yes.
bindas.
So, so actually, one devotee asked like that. Before coming to Bhakti, my life was not that much stressed. But when after coming to Bhakti, I am very anxious. I have so many services to do. I have to do book distribution. I have to go to temple. I have to do
Yes,
DTOC.
so true, Prabhuji, so true.
So Maharaj told him, Maharaj told him, rather than Maharaj said, Bhakti means to take anxiety for Krishna. Bhakti does not mean you come to Bhakti and then relax. No. Bhakti means take more anxiety for Krishna. If after coming to Bhakti, if you are becoming relaxed, then that is not Bhakti. Because you see, no devotee is relaxed in Bhakti. You see, Pandavas, they were constantly anxious how to serve Krishna, how to serve Krishna. You see, Yashoda Mata, she is constantly anxious. She is anxious. Bhakti means to take anxiety for Krishna. Only difference in Bhakti and materialistic life is in materialistic life. People are anxious, but they are anxious for their own
That
goal,
is material.
for their own family. What will happen to my grandchildren? I have saved this much amount. I have still few crores to earn. I have to purchase this property. So many yet pending. So people are anyways anxious, but their anxiety is only for their own child or their own society or for their own body and health. See, as part of bhakti, we should be anxious about them also because after coming to bhakti, everything that also becomes part of our bhakti only. So I'm not saying that you don't take care of your family, don't take care of. No, that is not the point. But point is, along with those, considering them to be the service of Krishna, you take more anxiety for direct service of Krishna also. Doing some service to temple. Oh, I need to do preaching, weekly program attending, weekly satsang attending, book distribution, doing so many things. So increase more and more anxiety. Bhakti
Also
means
preaching,
taking
preaching to the
anxiety for Krishna.
Prabhuji, also preaching
Right?
to the family members, trying to bring them into Krishna consciousness, telling them, do this, do that.
Yes, yes, yes. That is also anxiety.
Yeah,
So
so
Krishna
much
becomes
anxiety.
happy when he sees you are anxious for serving him.
So we are on the right path, Prabhuji, all of us in the group.
No Vrajavasi, no devotee, no Acharya was relaxed. Oh, now I have come to Krishna consciousness. I will now relax. I will just chant and just peacefully meditate. No, no Acharya did like that. Everyone at the end of their life want to do like that, but they were always conscious. See the pastime of Madhavendra Puri. I don't know how many have heard it.
Yes,
Madhavendra
Prabhuji.
Puri, he was very old. He was a Nirjan Bhajani. He used to only chant and meditate. But Krishna wanted him to do some service. He was happy by his meditation also. But then Krishna appeared before him and he told him, you find my deity. It's a huge pastime. Then that Srinathji temple came up on the Govardhan. Now that temple is shifted to Rajasthan. And then at the end of his life, when he was very old and very almost on the deathbed, Krishna said, no, 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 I don't want you to rest. He came into his dream and he told him, Krishna told Madhendra Puri, I am feeling very hot here in Vrindavan. I want you to go to Malaysia. Malaya. I want you to bring Chandan from Malaysia. The Chandan which is called in Malaya Chandan. In Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, that story is there. So can you imagine Krishna at the end of his life when he was very old, Krishna gave him service of bringing Chandan from where? Malaysia. Can you imagine? It takes previously there was no mode of transport except for walking or bullock carts or maybe horses. So every travel used to take months together. So from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri itself, it took him like 5, 6 months. He left from Vrindavan. And when that order was given to Madhendra Puri, he was very old. he knew that in fulfilling this desire or in serving Krishna like this, maybe I will be even leave my body also. Because very old, he was very old. But Krishna wanted him to go, so he left and left to and came to Remuna, and then Remuna that Kirchor Gopinath pastime took place. I hope everyone knows Madhendra Puri, or
Yes,
you want
Prabhu.
me to tell the story? Madhendra Puri is grand spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's spiritual master is Ishwara Puri, and his spiritual master is Madhendra Puri. And then Madhendra Puri, while searching for that Malay Chandan, the Chandan sandalwood, he came to Remuna, and then that pastime took place, and that Remuna temple still today that deity is known as Kirchor Gopinath. The railway station is also named after Kirchor Gopinath. The official name of the station is Kirchor Gopinath. Ah, so like that, that pastime happened, and then he went to Jagannath Puri, and Jagannath Puri, that king told Pratapurudra Maharaj said, Madhendra Puri, you are a very old sannyasi, you need not travel till Malaysia. I will send my soldiers and I will bring the chandan for you, full 3, 4 bullock carts full filled with Malaysia chandan. And then that chandan you carry to Vrindavan with all my soldiers. And on the way back, when he came to Remuna, then again Lord came in his dream and he said, you don't worry and you don't have to go to Vrindavan all the way to Vrindavan. You stay here throughout your remaining part of your life. You do meditation here, you do japa here, you do everything here, and you apply all this chandan to Gopinath here. Because the Gopinath in Remuna and Srinathji in Gopalji in Vrindavan, I am the same person. So if you apply chandan here, I will also be cooled there. And then that is how he settled there and he created his Bhajan Kutir in Remuna. And now also you if you go to Remuna, there is a Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi Mandir of Madhavendra Puri. Now you see, Madhavendra Puri throughout his life, he had preached in Vrindavan. So he had so many disciples there. He had a complete empire there. He was a acharya for many villages there. But when Krishna gave him service, he left everything. He was not attached like, oh, I built this center. I am cultivating this devotee. I am the leader of this center. How can I leave? No, when the order came, he left. Even though he had millions of followers there, he had everybody to do every small task for him. He was the Acharya of Vrindavan that time. Such a famous fellow he was. But so apparently Vrindavan had become like a comfort zone for him. Huh? Because he had found the deity of Gopalji, he became very famous. Oh, Madhendra Puri, he's a very great Vaishnava. Krishna comes to his dreams. He's very exalted person. So everyone here used to come and take blessings from him. But Krishna said, no, I want you to leave from here and go to Jagannath Puri, go to Malaysia. You understand? So bhakti means to take anxiety for Krishna. It does not mean become relaxed, become a leader, and then just enjoy the followership, puja, la, pratishtha. No, no. We are not here for puja, labha, pratishtha. These three things we don't want. We don't want worship. We don't want benefit. We don't want reputation. Worship, benefit, reputation. Puja, labha, pratishtha. These three things are very dangerous in bhakti. So, Majendra Puri then suddenly left. It is very difficult for anyone to live like that. If you have, just imagine if you are preached in a village or a center for 15 years, maybe 20 years, and then so many devotees have become initiated, the center becomes very flourishing, it becomes very grand. Everyone knows, oh, this devotee started, this devotee started. Everyone knows you as the most senior devotee in that area. You are the senior most person, and then suddenly you are required to leave and just start from zero, start from scratch actually. Huh? So, how many of you can at least on the intellectual level imagine this and renounce this? I understood my question. Hare Krishna, can someone reply?
Can you repeat it, Prabhuji?
I told you that if you are the if you started preaching in some zone or some
Yeah.
village, and then devotees started coming 100, 200, then 300, then 1,000 devotees came, then someone gave donation of land, and then big temple came up, and then that temple became very famous like Mumbai, Pune, Juhu, Delhi, Noida, Punjabi, big temple. Then many devotees become brahmacharis. A big congregation came up, 1,000 devotees became initiated. It is a huge success, and you are the one who started it. and you are the senior most person in that area. Everyone respects you, everyone adores you, everyone is like, oh, he is the one who, there was nothing, this devotee started at his home. So you started everything. And you are the senior most person there in that area or in that village or in
Yes,
that congregation.
yes.
And then suddenly you are required to, some senior fellow comes and says, no, no, Prabhuji, now you start, no, no, Prabhuji, Mataji, whatever. You stop preaching here. Now this center is established. Now give control to someone else. Someone else will lead this project. You go to somewhere else and you start from zero. How easy is that, or how difficult will that be for any?
It is very difficult, Prabhuji.
Uh, so you spend 20 years in
Yeah,
establishing a center or devotees started, and when the time came for the tree has grown, you invested in the sapling, you did all the watering, you did everything, you did all the weed cutting and everything. When the congregation grew, it became like a huge tree. And when there was a time for you to eat the fruit,
and then you have to leave.
20 years you invested in some preaching, and then when the devotees become mature and then started, center started automatically working. And then, no, no, you preach there. So
Hare,
that happened
Hare
with
Krishna
Madhavendra.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji,
Uh,
in Leelamrita, in
uh,
Leelamrita.
uh,
So we came across such devotees who were so
uh,
dedicated to Srila Prabhupada. So as
uh,
and when the Prabhupada says, they used to quit.
uh, you
They
quit
used to say
moment.
to go.
Uh,
A moment they are quitted, Mata Prabhuji. So
yes, yes,
to believe it or not, we are not up to that mark. I am
yes,
very
yes,
sorry.
yes,
I am
yes.
we are very least and the last.
So, no, no, you might not be Proji, but I am in least and the last. So that is the test of our surrender. You understood? Because Krishna, so that happened with Madhavendra Puri. Everything he did, everything, and then he had to leave, and suddenly Krishna told him, "You stay in Remuna only." He never came back to Vrindavan afterwards. He never came back to Vrindavan. Because he was very old. See, he knew if I leave Vrindavan now, there is no chance that I will be able to come back. If Krishna
He
will,
got
then
a
I
very
will
good
come back.
seva, no, Prabhuji. He got a very good
Ye-
seva to get the
Yes,
chandana and
yes,
apply to
yes,
Krishna's
yes,
body. So he
yes,
was
yes.
very fortunate, I think.
And because he came to Remuna, therefore Ishwaripuri became his disciple, and therefore that Gauda Pranta or that western, the Bengal area become devotees because of him. Even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Advaita Acharya, Nityanand Mahaprabhu, everything they were connected to Ishwarpuri because through Madhavendra Puri. So Krishna wanted him to 200 years before Mahaprabhu, he was planning to send him there only. You understand?
Yeah.
So it was destined by Krishna only, but I'm just giving you an example of how what matters more is taking anxiety for Krishna. You understand? The
Yes.
whole concept which I'm trying to convey is Krishna does all these pastimes because he wants you to take anxiety for him, and then he also takes anxiety for you. That is the pastime. You see, all pastimes have only these two principles: Krishna worrying about devotees and Krishna devotees worrying about Krishna. Even though devotees know that Krishna's supremacy, therefore still they worry about Krishna. You understand? So that point I'm trying to convey here is Punya Shlokasya Kirtaya. He can do anything without doing anything. He can just think, oh, Kansa should be get a heart attack. Khatam. For 2 seconds, it does not take to end Kansa. But no, all the pastimes, all the demons, everything, he will do all that, oh, stretching, stretching, everything he will do. He can just think and kill someone. But no, those pastimes, devotee should feel, oh, that Bakasura followed Krishna. What will happen now? Krishna wants to see his devotees worried about him. You see that Bakasura pastime, you all know, na? The Bakasur, he actually swallowed Krishna. So everyone thought, oh, how can this demon swallow Krishna?
That
And
bird,
because
no,
Krishna,
Prabhuji? That big
that
bird.
bird pastime, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
there is a description that that bird actually swallowed Krishna, and that bird also thought that Krishna, I killed Krishna, I killed Krishna.
Yeah.
And during the time when Krishna was within his body, no one could kill him. Brahmaji came, Indra came, Shivji came, everybody came, and even Bakasura was not understanding how are these guys not able to kill me. What have I done so much that no one is able to kill me? But he was not aware that Krishna is the Supreme Personal Godhead. So he just followed him because he was a small little child. So there was no difficulty for him to follow Krishna. Because Krishna had not increased or exaggerated his size to kill him. He was small little child only. So, so everybody was worried. Oh, now what will happen? So Krishna wanted to evoke that emotion. That pastime has to take place. He wanted everyone to become worried about him. And then he came out, and then suddenly as a hero, you see now in some Bollywood movies, they will end a movie like that. Oh, hero is dead, and then in all everyone is all nirash. What is that? Strange. And then suddenly some miracle will happen. Then hero will wake up, and then oh, and that is how they. So they all those what is that movie stories are inspired from Krishna only. I was a very diehard fan of Harry Potter during my very young age. So the Harry Potter series, it ends like that only. So the main hero dies before the villain ends, and then everybody is worried. There is a whole discussion: how can this happen? How can this happen? How can this happen? And then suddenly, by some fluke, then some hero comes back, and then he again kills the demon. So they have stolen this what do you call pattern of storytelling or this from Krishna only.
You like
You
the series,
understood?
Prabhuji, Harry Potter?
Uh, don't go into that.
Crazy. So popular
No,
it
the
became.
point I'm trying to convey here is
Mm.
anything heroic. You see, even in that sense, once we had gone to that Vrindavan. If I don't know how many of you have gone there, there is
I've
a
been there.
cave, Vyomasur Gufa. Vyomasur Gufa, आप गए हो कभी? Have you ever visited Vyomasur Gufa?
No, Prabhuji.
There is a
Where is
cave
it?
in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan it is. Vyomasur, there was a demon who had actually kidnapped all the coward boys, and he uh, stored them in a cave, and he hid them in a cave. And then and it was a very dark, pitch dark cave. It is still there. That cave is still there. It is on that mountain. There is a mountain in Vrindavan. I forgot the exact place where it is, but it's a very beautiful place. So what happened was all the coward boys were stolen by him one by one. One by one, he used to steal them, and he used to store them in that cave. And then Krishna came. So at the entrance of that cave, there are footprints of Krishna, and three fingers print. I don't know how many of you know. Uh, Sorry if I'm taking you to some materialistic, but there is a very standard pose which is famous as Spider-Man pose. Young children say that it is a Spider-Man pose, but actually, if you visit that Vimosir cave, you see that Krishna actually landed in front of that cave with spreading two legs spreading and one hand on the ground. So there are his footprints, two footprints here and three fingers here, like that. So even the most famous action hero landing scene is also copied from Krishna only. You understand? So anything in this world, if it has become famous, the root of that must be there connected to Krishna. You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You said that concept of Harry Potter, even that is connected to Krishna. Okay. The point I'm trying to convey here is Krishna wants his devotees to become anxious for him. Krishna wants his and in pastime of Aghasur, what is happening? In Aghasur pastime, all the coward boys are dead. They are actually dead by the poison of Aghasur. And then Krishna becomes anxious for him, for all of them. So it is vice versa. You become anxious for Krishna and Krishna become anxious. So bhakti is all about increasing our anxiety for Krishna. Okay. To glorify those who are very pious and very much advanced in spiritual understanding. Krishna comes as the son of Devaki to glorify his devotee Devaki. Krishna becomes the son of Yashoda to glorify Yashoda. Similarly, Krishna appears in the dynasty of Maharaj Yadu, his great devotee, just to glorify Maharaj Yadu. Thus, Krishna is still known as Yadava, the descendant of Maharaj Yadu. Krishna has no obligation to take his birth in a particular family or a country, but he takes birth to glorify a certain person or a certain family because of their devotion. Therefore, his birth is called Divyam, transcendental. Now, this is where the answer is. Someone might ask, why Krishna appeared only in India? Why is there is no incarnation in Russia? There is no one in USA. There is nothing. Why Krishna appeared only in India?
Whole India was one, like Prabhuji, those days.
What,
Whole
what?
world, whole world was India.
Yes,
All the
whole world was
countries.
India, that is correct. So, but at the same time, within India, this tract of from Himalaya to Hindu Mahasagar, Krishna, most of his incarnations are here only.
Yeah,
Why? Yes, even Russia was India, even USA was India, everything up was also
that we don't know,
India. In
Prabhuji.
that, all those
Because,
places in Indraprastha and Delhi, they used to rule from here only. So why all Krishna incarnations are here in this tract of land only? Why?
we don't know, Prabhuji. Because he was born here
So
in this place.
you understood question, everyone just
Because he took birth here only in this area, in India, this portion.
no, I'm not a
Hare
sir.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, because he took birth
Question.
in this area. That's why.
My question is why he took birth here only. That is my question. Why all incarnations took birth in why all incarnations Vaman Dev, Varadev, every incarnation is here only. Why it is like that?
We don't know. You tell, Prabhuji.
So this is where I highlighted this, na, the Krishna Prabhupada is answering this. Krishna has no obligation to take his birth in a particular family or a particular country, but he takes birth to glorify a certain person or a certain family because of their devotion. Krishna takes birth wherever his pure devotees call him. You understood?
Yes.
So he does not choose the place or location. His devotees choose. So all his pure devotees were here, therefore he appeared here. If there would have been some pure devotee in USA in that time, then he would have appeared there also.
Okay, understood,
You
Prabhuji.
understood?
Yeah.
And not just about pure devotees, even the greatest of demons also appeared here. So he he decides his location based on uh, a pure devotee who is inviting him and a very dangerous great demon who he wants to kill. So even the good best of the people also from Bharat and worst of the people were also from India. So therefore all his incarnations are here only. You understood?
Yes,
So all the
Prabhuji.
pure deities, Pandavas were here. So Krishna has no limitations of a country or a limit. But because all the pure devotees used to stay in this area, because this area from Himalaya to this, so this has a spiritual vibration. All the pure devotees, all the sages, all the great rishis, everyone used to stay here. Not just that, there are some references of Egypt, Afghanistan also. There are some nursing dev appearances, where temples are in Pakistan also. So all those places, but this tract of land, Krishna suitably chose, but he is not confined to a particular geography. Krishna has what is Prabhupada saying? Krishna has no obligation to take his birth in a particular family or country, but he takes birth to glorify a certain person or a certain family because of their devotion. So if someone says why there are no Vishnu avatars in USA, your ancestors were not devotees. So why will Krishna come there? So for example, Krishna went to Indraprastha as a peacemaker. Duryodhana invited him for a grand feast. But he suddenly went to Vidura's house. Vidura did not even invite him. What to speak of arranging a feast? He did not even invite him. Nothing was arranged. Vidurani, the wife of Viduruji, Kripi, her name was Kripi. She was, no, actually, Dronacharya's sister was. Dronacharya's wife was Kripi. Vidura's wife was someone else. Vidurani, they say. So she was just not ready for Krishna to receive. She was just not ready to receive Krishna. She was so baffled. She was so amazed and astonished. She did not understand what to do. She used to peel the banana. She used to throw the banana and then she used to give banana cover to Krishna. And Krishna ate that also. She was so what do you call confused. That, oh, Krishna came suddenly at my place. She was throwing banana and giving that banana cover leaf to or banana peel to Krishna to eat. So Krishna does not come just because the place is good oh, snowfall is good. No, he comes when there are the pure devotees, those who want to invite him. What is that bhajan? दुर्योधन का भोग न खायो, रूखो साग विदुर घर खायो, ऐसे प्रेम पुजारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम. Duryodhan ko bhog na khayo. He did not eat the big grand feast of Duryodhan. So he is not bound by your particular family or particular country or particular, no. But we so rukho saga. Rukho means dry. Saga means very dry things, very not very tasty things. Rukho saga vidur ghar khayo. ऐसे प्रेम पुजारी. So he is fond of love. If someone loves, now you see there are many devotees in USA, Russia. Krishna appears there also. There are Rathayatras, there are temples. So Krishna is appearing there also. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. We will end here. I hope anyone has any question or any comment we can take.
Yeah, Prabhu, just one short
or
question.
We can end the session. Hare Krishna.
This Madhavendra Puri, like a disciple was Ishwar Puri, no?
Ishwar Puri, and then Ishwar Puri disciple.
Yeah. And then Ishwar Puri was
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Mahaprabhu,
Mahaprabhu's guru.
Spiritual master.